Anatomy of human heart is our today's topic. Anatomy is what? It's actually derived from Greek. Ana means up, tomy means cutting. Together we call it as cutting up. And father of anatomy is Herophilus. And anatomy definition is we are going to study about the structure and the interrelationships, okay, in anatomy. And human heart is located mid part of the chest, okay, like it's mostly retrosternal. 80% of it is okay, and the size is pit fixed size, and the location I told you, and the shape of the heart is conical with base and apex, and the weight of the human heart is 250 to 300 grams, okay. And if you see in newborn babies, the size of the heart is table tennis ball, okay. And number of beats does the heart makes per minute is called stroke volume, and number of heartbeats is going to vary by different factors such as age, gender, and level of fitness. And if you think more, heartbeat will be starting after the 6 weeks in the mother womb, okay. Now heart is going to actually beat after the 6 weeks in a mother womb. In that case, the heart is going to be single chambered, okay, and adult human heart is going to be four chambered. And heart is made of four chambers that we all know, that are two arteries and two ventriculars. Arteries are like right artery and left artery, and ventriculars are like right ventricle and left ventricle, okay. Now if you see what is a function of right artery, if you think what it's going to receives deoxygenated blood from different parts of the body is right artery's function. And if you come for right ventricle, it pumps actually deoxygenated blood through right atrium to the lungs, right ventricle's function. And if you come for the left atrium, what it does, it receives oxygenated blood from different parts of the body such as like lungs, okay. It receives oxygenated blood from the body. And if you see for the function of the left ventricle, it pumps oxygenated blood through right atrium to different parts of the body. These are the four functions of four chambers of the heart. Now if you go for the circulation pathway, there are two types of circulations present in the heart. First one is a systemic circulation, and the second one is a pulmonary circulation. First let me study about the pulmonary circulation. Pulmonary is nothing but, pulm means it's about lungs we are speaking, okay. What will be happen in pulmonary circulation is that it carries deoxygenated blood from right atrium of the heart to the lungs, and it returns with the oxygenated blood back to the heart, okay. This is a pulmonary circulation. And if you come for the systemic circulation, what it happens means, carries or deoxygenated blood from back to the heart first thing, okay. Now it brings the deoxygenated blood to the heart. Means first, what's the function of systemic circulation is, it is going to supply the oxygenated blood to all different parts of the body and brings the deoxygenated blood back to the heart. These are the two circulations present in the heart, okay. Now I told you pulmonary circulation is nothing but carrying deoxygenated blood to the heart and bringing back the oxygenated blood to the heart. That's a pulmonary circulation. Systemic circulation means distributing the oxygenated blood to different parts of the body and bringing the deoxygenated blood from the tissues to the heart. That is the systemic circulation. And if you come for venous drainage, okay, it happens in right atrium. Means right atrium actually carry only have deoxygenated blood, right. In that we have two types, greater coronary venous system and lesser coronary venous system. Greater coronary venous system is like 73%, and if you come for smaller venous system, it's going to be 27%, okay. And heart is having four valves, right? Tricuspid valve, bicuspid valve, pulmonary valve, and aortic valve, right? First, we'll speak about tricuspid valve. Tricuspid valve is located between right atrium and right ventricle. Yeah, that is tricuspid valve. And if you come for bicuspid valve, it is located between left atrium and left ventricle, right? And if you come for pulmonary valve, it is located between right ventricle and, okay na, pulmonary valve, it is located between right ventricle and pulmonary vein, that you should keep in your mind. And if you come for aortic valve, it is located in between left ventricle and aorta, okay na. These things we have to keep in the mind. And if you come to the next topic, coronary venous system. Okay, coronary venous system is like, it is supplying blood to heart muscles itself, right? Heart is going to pump blood for different parts of the body. Then where that heart is going to get that oxygenated blood, if you ask, it is coming from coronary muscles present around the muscles of the heart. Okay, it supplies blood, oxygenated blood, to heart muscles itself, and it is divided into two types, right coronary and left coronary. Right coronary will supply blood for, obviously, right atrium and right ventricle. Okay, but when you come for left coronary system, it is again divided into two types. Left anterior is going to supply for left ventricle, and circumficial artery is going to supply for right, I mean left atrium. Okay, this is a thing that we have to keep in the mind. Now we are going to speak about major blood vessels of the heart. Okay, there are actually five: superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, pulmonary veins, pulmonary arteries, and aorta. Okay, first we'll speak about superior vena cava. Okay, first major vessel attached to heart carries deoxygenated blood from different parts of the body to the heart of the right atrium. It's going to bring, it's going to bring deoxygenated blood from head and neck. Okay na, superior vena cava, that is the first one. And inferior vena cava is nothing but second major vessel attached to heart, carries deoxygenated blood from abdomen and the lower limbs. Okay, and this is the thing that the inferior vena cava does, and it's also going to drainage in the right atrium itself. And if you come for pulmonary vein, it carries oxygenated blood back to the heart. And if you see pulmonary artery, it carries deoxygenated blood from different parts of the body parts. Okay, pulmonary vein is of four types. Okay, and if you come for aorta, aorta is actually the major vessel arising from the left ventricle of the heart, and it carries oxygenated blood to different parts of the body. These are the major vessels of the heart. And if you speak, heart is made up of three vessels. Okay na, actually heart is made up of five major vessels. Three, I told just now, three vessels, that is actually wrong, I'm sorry for that. Heart is made up of five major blood vessels. I told you that are superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, pulmonary vein, pulmonary artery, and one more thing is aorta. Okay, these are the major blood vessels of the heart. And if you come for the next thing, that is like, heart is made up of three walls, right? Heart is made up of three walls. What are they? Endocardium, myocardium, and pericardium, right? Pericardium is the outermost layer of the heart. It encloses the heart and roots of the blood vessels. It supports and protects the heart. It is actually divided again into two major types. Okay, fibrous and serous. Okay, now fiber is actually the outermost thick tough layer which is made up of dense irregular connective tissue, and fibrous, if you come, they are thin and they are the innermost layers, and they are made up of epithelial cells. Okay, these are the things that you think. And now again the serous is divided into two major types. Okay, that is, epicardium is nothing but visceral. Okay, it's visceral and parietal. Visceral is also called epicardium. Okay, epicardium is actually like, it's smaller in size than the right atrium anmata, and it is the upper left part of the heart. Okay, and it actually has four pulmonary veins which are going to drain into the left atrium or left atrium. Okay, left ventricle. And this is a thing that you should keep in your mind. Endocardium is the innermost layer of the heart, and it is made up of epithelial cells, and this is going to line the chambers of the heart and valves of the heart. Okay, and if you come for the next one, is called myocardium. Myocardium is made up of cardiac muscle tissue. It will be helping in the pumping of heart. It will be helping in the pumping action of the heart. And we know heart is actually a organ which is only called electrical conduction system. Heart is only the organ which is called electrical. Okay, now we have completed about structure of heart. Thank you. If somebody want to comment on my diagram, first you make a video like me and then post, and then later you comment on this. Okay, thank you for listening my lecture with very patience.